What's going on, guys? So recently someone had asked me what my most used fixed blade was, and I thought, you know what, this might be a good topic for a video. And that's obviously what we're looking at here, my most used fixed blade. This is an Ontario RTAK-II. All right, I've had this for many years, and this is quite literally the most used knife I've ever had as far as a fixed blade goes. And the reason is because this is what I chose to attach to my grandfather's ATV, all right, which is now my father's ATV. I've had this for many years. I can't even tell you exactly how long it's been, but this has always resided on that ATV. And when I'm out adventuring and stuff and, you know, playing around in the woods and I want to chop things, I mean, I've used this thing for everything. I've done light prying with it. Yes, I know. Definitely shouldn't pry with your knives, but I've done it because it was a beater knife to me. But it took a licking and kept on ticking. This is made of a 5160 spring steel. It's a very tough, very durable steel. It takes an edge very easily as well because this thing has been abused. I've chopped, you know, the ground before through the grass, hitting rocks and things, and you know, it's still kicking. You know, besides obviously the scrapes and scratches and dirt and grime and the rust on the screw heads and such. This is still a very, very usable knife. The reason I chose this is because it's just very comfortable. Very simple handles. They're huge though. If you see how thick they are, so it really fills my hand very well. Very comfortable to chop, choking down, all right, and just kind of pivoting. I can chop very easily with this. I can't imagine how much wood I've actually processed with this thing, making fires, and again, just kind of screwing around. Cutting up dead wood, you know, clean up the woods a little bit. I've killed snakes with this knife before. The list goes on and on and on. Ontario, the Rat series, this was the Randall Adventure Training series. RTAK-II, I mean, this is a $100 knife. Probably less, you could probably find it for maybe $90. It's just an awesome fixed blade. All right, the sheath, I actually just had this with some zip ties. You can see this is kind of permanently bent up because of that. But I had this zip tied to the ATV, and the top portion here I had zip tied as well to the you know, the rack that's on the front. So it hung down and on the right side, so it was always accessible while I was driving. You know, my hands are here on the handlebars, and I could just reach down to the right hand side and grab that knife if I needed to. The sheath is obviously all beat up. The front end on here does have a separate portion. You could put a folder in here or a sharpening, you know, sharpening rods, sharpening stones, whatever you want, pretty much. This, I believe, is still the standard sheath. So it's kind of cool if you wanted to throw, you know, kind of a beefy folder in there as well. You know, the fixed blade and the folder combo. When I first had this, I did use it, you know, on the side as a drop down. Worked okay, but obviously, you know, I'm not using that all the time. It's not an EDC type thing. This is just an out and about type knife. But it's always been the beater for the ATV. I recently took it off to replace it with something else. And to be honest, I'm going to put this back. I'm just going to touch it up, sharpen it up, bring it back up there by my folks, and reattach this one. I swapped it out for a, I think the Jungle-y knife from Outdoor Edge, which is also very cool. Nothing wrong with it at all. But quite honestly, I mean, this is just, it just has so many memories, this knife. And I say it's my most used because it's literally my most used that I currently have. This knife has never left the ATV. It's been there for years. I've had other fixed blades I used a bunch and then traded off and sold them. You guys know it's a constant rotation for me. I definitely use folders much more than fixed blades, you know, in just everyday life. But I want to kind of go out and do some camping stuff and screw around, or, you know, pretend like I'm living in the woods, which a lot of the wilderness survival type people do. It's just it's a fun hobby. I don't actually live in the woods. I don't have to survive every day. But that's a fun thing to kind of play around with. And what's crucial in order to do that is a very good quality fixed blade. So, I mean, not only is it my most used, but it's probably my most recommended, honestly, because I have so much use on the thing and it just won't die. It won't chip out. I haven't had any problems with the handle creating any hot spots or anything over the years. It is just an awesome, beefy fixed blade that's still pretty affordable. Under $100, I would put that in the affordability category if you're looking for a decent fixed blade. Anyway, just wanted to share this with you guys on a video here. This is definitely my most used full-size fixed blade. I'll say that specifically because I do have some smaller ones I use quite a bit. But yeah, I mean, it's just awesome. The RTAK-II. See in the back here, it says OKC USA. That's Ontario Knife Company, made here in the US of A. See that rusty screw heads? Doesn't matter. It works. Still works awesome. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'd love for you guys to share down below if you use fixed blades. What's your most used one? Like I said, I do have some other ones in the like 3 to 6 inch blade length that do get used quite a bit, but nothing has ever been used more that I currently have as far as a full size, you know, survival type knife. It's just awesome. It works. So I would highly recommend it if you're looking for, you know, good camp knife. Hard to beat. So anyway, like I said, I'd like to hear what you guys think about fixed blades and your most used fixed blades. Love to hear it down below. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you tomorrow with a brand new video. Take care.